do some stuff here.
Aha!
Gonna have to try to fix up our audio. Okay. Well, we got to do it from the microphone over there. It's not going to let us do it from the microphone here. So, our secondary microphone.
Shut up.
Microphone switch to USB microphone. Aha, look at that. I am sometimes a little smarter than I look. Not often, though.
I'm checking if we are.
Well, if we're live, we're live. If we're not live, well, then we're talking to ourselves. It says we're live. Shows we're live. Hi, everybody. I know I sound pretty odd since I'm the other side of the flipping room by now, but...
Yeah, you were live. Sounds good.
Alright, so... Today we have the game Hidden Agenda. Hi, here I am. Hidden Agenda is a... I guess it's a mystery novel-ish type game.
Yeah.
And... The cool thing about it is that you can control some of the decisions in the game using your smartphone or app on your smart device. So, I busted out my tablet, my wife's got her phone, Haven's got her phone, so I guess it's a majority rules type of thing. We have not played it yet. We know nothing about it other than that, and so...
It's by the creators of Until Dawn also, so it might remind you slightly of the game.
Which is fine, because Until Dawn was great.
It was a fantastic game.
It was great. We still haven't finished it, even though we bought it like 2 years ago.
I'm scared.
I'm scared to finish it.
I'm being hunted down by the thing. And you're currently in control because I exited out of the...
Are you in the game?
Yeah, I'm in the game. It's just that...
Story mode or competitive mode?
Let's start with the story mode first.
Yeah, let's get a hang on that.
We'll do competitive mode some other day.
Never!
In story mode, you're playing the game for fun. Work together to solve the crime and play the story you want to see.
Move your pointer to the box. What's in the box?
Our pointers.
I wish I could hook my...
How well do you know your friends? Choose wisely. Life and death decisions will be in their hands.
Oh God, I'm screwed.
Who do you think is coolest under pressure? Swipe left and right to shuffle through the cards. Swipe up on the one you want to play.
Who is the coolest under pressure?
There.
One name came out on top.
Yeah!
Everyone just pick you.
Well, that's because I am the coolest under pressure, and we all bloody well know it.
Ripple effect.
Spreading consequences of a single event or action. It's also called a butterfly.
Every choice you make changes the future.
They can read too. Some affect relationships between characters. Oh. Others make waves that change everything. Choose wisely. Or not. Die.
Choosing is plain.
Choosing's for fools. Don't be the fool in school, yo. He looks like me during a live stream, except, more clothes.
And not brave. So the clothes work.
That looks like a bomb. That is a bomb. Please, officer, do not open that door. He had a bomb strapped to him.
Any cars in the vicinity of 535 Meeker, 1031, possible hostage situation. Extreme caution advised. Suspect description matches the trapper.
You ready for this?
Of course I'm ready.
Nice and easy. Textbook cop. What's the play?
Vote for choices by moving your pointer inside the box. You must have a majority vote to progress the game. Play a takeover card to lock out your friends and seize control of a choice. You'll start with just one card. Earn more by completing searches and QuickTime events.
Oh god, not QTEs, please.
For this choice, you can use your takeover for free. Why don't you give it a go? Just tap the takeover button during a choice to take control.
Does it flip back to choices if I'm in the logbook?
No. You're gonna have to exit.
Oh. I took over your game, yo. Let's go for it.
I'm thinking we walk right through the front door. Catch him off guard.
Got it. Keep your lamps on. Please!
This is not a Scooby.
Use your pointer to hit the target before the timer runs out. Whoever hits it first wins a takeover.
Oh, come on.
Control action. Activate.
What'd you think?
You check upstairs. I got this floor.
Did we say to stay together?
Yeah, we did.
And now we're splitting up. Because the game is stupid. Again, this is not a Scooby-Doo episode. We're all
No! No! No!
Looks like a Tuesday night. I mean...
Tom! Tom, he's in here.
It's... Okay, controls are a little...
Hands up now!
To shoot, everyone must move their pointer onto the target. Think before you shoot. You do not have to open fire.
Hands behind your head, no sudden moves.
I will shoot.
Don't shoot!
Hey! Don't test my aim, fucker!
I am not gonna hurt her.
Please help me. Please get me
Language.
out of here. Hey. Hey. Easy. Easy now. Let's just take this nice and slow.
Okay. This decision is down to the friend you chose as coolest under pressure.
It's not worth it. It's over.
You do realize realize it's not a guy.
The hunt for the trapper came to a dramatic end tonight as police from the 3rd Precinct arrested their primary suspect, Jonathan Finn. Finn is wanted in connection with a string of grisly murders that has gripped the city and claimed the lives of first response police officers. More on this story as it develops.
Ladies and gentlemen, the accused, Jonathan Finn, is guilty. Of that, there's no doubt. Your job is simply to determine how he is punished. This man, the so-called trapper killer, has terrorized our community with his brutal murder spree. Booby-trapping his victims so our brave first responders became victims themselves. These innocent people were targeted for no other reason than to play out Jonathan Finn's sick game. Jonathan Finn has confessed to every single one of these crimes. I ask that the court consider Jonathan Finn's voluntary confession of his crimes. He has spared the victims' families a prolonged trial, and in doing so, has demonstrated a glimmer of remorse. Therefore, it is my recommendation that Jonathan Finn be spared the death penalty and instead sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Thank you.
Depends on how grisly these murders were.
I mean, he did kind of
Jonathan Finn, you have committed crimes of such a depraved nature that this court has no alternative but to sentence you to death by lethal injection. This court is adjourned.
People up with a bomb.
Who do you think is the most trusting?
That's easy.
Tap the logbook button on your app to read plot updates, view character biographies, and check the major ripple events affecting your story.
Has been doing that anyways.
Yeah. Jonathan Finn.
I am Ray Weaver, and this is The Crawl. Let's kick it off tonight with our very own homegrown villain, Johnny Finn, the Trapper. Sucker's been on death row for 5 whole years. Mr. Trapper's only got 4...
There we go. Now you can talk.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Okay, so Bill Vanston is the name of the judge. Felicity Graves is the attorney. Jonathan Finn is the well, I guess he's the killer now. Marnie and Nelson are the cops, and then the girl that was taken hostage was Danielle Cardenas. And the ripple effect we have is Becky arrested Finn and saved his hostage. So, proceed.
8 hours left on our big blue marble, so I thought, hey, did you know one of the victims? Phones are open. Caller 1, you're on.
Hey, so, well, yeah, man, I mean, in my point of view, like, they can't fry this son of a bitch hard enough, you know? So he got messed up as a kid. I mean, that's no excuse to take it out on our finest boys in blue.
I hear you, but it ain't like our cops got the finest reputation, you know? Look at Marnie, for one. Promotion to homicide, medal, the works. This gal's on top of the world, and guess what? Turns out she's dirtier than the rest of us down here in the mud. Mishandling evidence, improper conduct, who knows what else?
Damn. Guess you never know who's one of the good ones.
Oh, great. Corrupt cop up there. Or at least they claim.
Yeah.
The only problem with story-based games is it's going to be real hard not to play between broadcasts. It's going to be like, I want to fish it!
Good morning, everyone.
Go.
Caught another pair of John Does this weekend. We're quickly racking up red names on this board, and I gotta tell you, unsolved cases don't exactly uphold the reputation we've built here at this precinct.
Just put Marnie the Magician on the case. I hear she's got a knack for making things disappear.
Son of a bitch.
Detective Calvary, I pretend you didn't just say that. You're dismissed.
Do I get to vote to punch him in the face?
Hey, Becky.
Ignore him.
Calvary?
Everyone knows he only reported you because you're the biggest target.
Glad to know my accomplishments.
Okay, I'm gonna make one quick adjustment to our stream here.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to talk about the other people. Update to Becky. She got promoted to homicide, later accused of mishandling evidence at crime scene. Jack Calver? Lead detective in the Trapper investigation, and he's the one accusing of Becky. Riggs was Becky's sergeant in the homicide department, and Tom Nelson, our partner, is remaining her partner. So.
Hey, look at that. We got a wider screen here. You can scoot over some if you want. That's how you broadcast in widescreen. That's great.
Woo! We learn something new every day.
I learn something new every day. All right, we're back. Look at that. We got a little bit of wider screen action here because we're all cramped up on this couch. So I guess I better go ahead and restart it. Boop.
Earned me something.
You doing okay?
I want to be bitter.
I'd be doing a lot better if Calvary would take a short walk off a tall building.
Hey, just promise me you won't do anything. Don't give IA anything to work with. At least while the inquiry's still open.
Sarcasm, always the answer.
Gee, thanks, Mom.
Ripple effect.
Detective Marnie, we have a word in my office. Look, Marnie, I'm not supposed to comment on an ongoing internal affairs investigation, but
then don't.
If it starts affecting my best detective...
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, don't apologize. You're a good cop. I have no doubt you didn't do anything to compromise the crime scene intentionally. The facts will speak for themselves.
Thank you for believing in me, sir.
I love that it's very realistic.
You know, it sometimes feels like we don't have a choice in these things, but you do. You got me?
Yes, of course.
I want to believe that. But I know the trapper's set for execution in 48 hours. It's a heavy load. Knowing you send someone to death row, I don't want you to be distracted.
Knowing Jonathan Finn's about to make his exit is what gets me up in the morning, sir.
Better than a cup of coffee.
Destroying bad guys. It's what I'm here for.
Got your message. Heading to see your client now.
Sorry I couldn't make it back to town.
I'm not crazy about meeting Finn without his attorney present.
I know. Thank you for talking to him so quickly.
Well, he doesn't have much time left, does he?
No, he doesn't.
You want to give me a little preview?
He can be kind of a tough nut to crack. Be strategic.
Great. Any tips?
You need to get him to talk about Adam Jones.
Who's Adam Jones?
Better you hear it from him. You got a plan?
I know how to get what I need.
gotta have three.
Call you after. Your attorney says you've got something you want to share with me? You've got 5 minutes. Piss around and I'm out of here.
Miss Graves, I did not kill anybody. I used to blame God for what happened.
At Las Palmas? The orphanage?
We were just kids. We trusted them. But I've forgiven them now. God teaches us to forgive.
You can't forgive your abusers once you've put them in the ground. Forgiveness doesn't work like that.
I didn't kill anyone!
Finn, calm down.
Calm? I'm about to fucking die! And nobody will know the truth.
What do you mean? What truth?
Right?
I'm gonna die a liar. A dirty, sinning liar.
Truth about what?
The confession, the murders, everything!
Oh, so now you didn't kill them? The chaplain, the orderly? Then who did? Adam Jones?
Adam was my friend at the orphanage. Things we'd been through together, who could blame him for killing them?
Hi, viewers. We're questioning the convicted murderer.
So we're not.
I'm listening, but you have to give me more to go on.
Adam and I, we've seen some shit together. Makes you close. Adam escaped, and I found drugs. I was high from the moment I got out of there. And a couple of years later, a couple of centuries, hell if I know, Adam tracks me down online. And he keeps writing me and bringing up all that old shit from the orphanage. He says he knows exactly how to make him pay. So we made an arrangement. I rat myself out, I take the heat off him, spend a couple of months in the clink, and then wham! Trapper strikes again. Can't be me, 'cause I'm in here. Makes sense, right?
Pretty convenient.
Convenient? Convenient is Father Raminsky running an orphanage. Fox in a hen house. You have no idea what it was like in there. The playroom. Well, that's what he called it, but I think he was the only one who was having any fun in there. Cops never found it?
No.
Well, you can go see for yourself.
Not even sure if the orphanage is still standing. So where is he?
Adam? Now? No idea.
How can we find him? Gotta start someplace.
I got a place.
Where?
It's not, It's better if I draw you a map.
I am not giving you
This decision is down to the friend you voted as most trusting.
She's the most trusting, and we gave her the life and death decision. Draw me a treasure map, or sure?
You gonna draw me a treasure map?
All I can do is point you in the right direction, but,
Nope. You got words. Use them.
I kinda need to show you myself, you know?
So let's say you're telling the truth.
I'm always curious.
You don't know where he is now. Sounds to me like he's left you high and dry.
Yeah, sounds like.
I know what Adam's like. The kind of places he hangs around.
Settle down.
We could go together. Check it out.
You gotta give me more than that, or you ain't going nowhere.
I can't take it! I'm not supposed to be here! It's not supposed to go like this!
Finn! Stop it!
Yeah, no, there's a total.
This is insane. Adam told me this wouldn't happen. He told me I'd be out by now. He promised!
I don't know.
If this is all true, I will make sure you don't die a liar, okay? I will look into Adam Jones. If he's out there, I'll find him.
Why are we, as the prosecuting attorney who put him in here, going to look for his accomplice that is supposed to have gotten him out of it?
Because if we find the accomplice, we put the innocent part out.
And if there is no accomplice, we're running around in circles trying to save a dead man. Okay.
Apparently, by the sound of it, he may die anyway. He's got 48 hours.
How'd it go?
How do you think?
I got a report back on
That's how
Adam
lethal
Jones.
injection works.
He was at Las Palmas same time as my client, but he died in the same fire that closed it for good.
Look, I know where you're going with this, and it's not gonna work. There's no way they're letting Finn out. It's too flimsy.
I know. That's not what I'm after.
Then why bring me out here?
If you tell the judge about Adam Jones, maybe he'll grant Finn a temporary release and help the cops track down Jones.
Lana, it's too late.
It could lead to an appeal.
All we're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Adam Jones is reasonable doubt, Felicity.
I never wanted the death sentence, but I just don't think this is enough to stop it from happening.
Finn is not a good man, but he is not the Trapper. And if he dies, the Trapper is still out there.
You must all agree. Bum bum bum. Take it to the judge, or you're on your own. Marcia goes for you're on your own, or she wants to take it to the judge. Okay. Tell me why we want to take it to the judge. It's a waste of time.
But it could also be the only lead we have to find the actual killer. Yeah, because
it's the start of the game, we have to have an actual killer. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's the start of the game. We can't just say this guy's dead.
You're right. Let's Take it to Judge Vanstone, see what happens.
Thank you, Felicity.
Don't thank me yet.
Who is the most persuasive in an argument?
Come on! Look at the TV. It gives you instructions. Look at the TV.
Yeah.
I'm looking and nothing is happening.
We're waiting for Mom.
I mean, come on. Who didn't know that was coming?
I'm not gonna get picked in this game. Woo!
That's because you're all over the damn place.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for seeing me so quickly.
Miss Petty already filled me in on this whole Adam Jones business.
Yes, sir. I just spoke with Mr. Finn.
Now, in my experience, you light a candle under a man's ass, you can fly a balloon out of his mouth.
Sir?
Are you buying his story?
I'm curious. I may be skeptical.
The timing is certainly convenient, but I think he's telling the truth. Or at least some version of it. So far it adds up.
Has anyone spoken to Jones?
He's been presumed dead for years.
Well, that's quite a stretch, don't you think? Well, even if Jones exists, how can you be sure Finn can track him down?
I think he can help us, or we won't know unless we try. No. Thank you.
There's no way to know unless we try, sir.
You're full of surprises, Miss Graves. Well, if you were in my position, what would you do?
Only the friend you voted as most persuasive can make this choice.
Oh, y'all are so hosed.
Yeah.
Confident he could help us. Not my place to choose. If you were in my place, what would you do?
I think that he can help us. If you grant Finn a single-day release under armed guard, we may save an innocent man from wrongful execution.
I see. All right, Miss Graves. I'm going to grant Jonathan Finn a temporary release into police custody. But only for 3 hours, no more.
Thank you. Hey, Lana, you're not gonna believe this.
He actually went for it?
Surprise the
Adam is
heck
a
out of me.
bitch-ass liar.
Wow. Nice work, Felicity.
Don't call me that. I'm gonna head over to Homicide and let him know.
Good call. And Felicity, thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
Biography's updated.
Okay, let's go through the updates.
Haven is positive. Okay, give me another second. I'm gonna do one quick thing.
So, Bill Vanstone was just updated. The county judge updated him, releasing him. Jonathan Finn. It just describes what he just told us. Things like that. Ripple Effect updated twice. Yeah.
Adam is a bitch-ass liar. Adam's the one we're looking for, though, so I think you mean that Finn is a bitch-ass liar, which I kind of agree with, but...
I mean, Adam can be, too.
Pause it.
Oh, sorry. I can't pause it. You're not on the game.
Oh, okay.
So it pauses automatically, I guess.
Ah, damn. Okay, so I can't do it widescreen at the same time I have comments, so I'm just going to have to listen to the readout of the comments. Which is fine.
Outrageous. Case against Finn was air goddamn tight. Nailed him with a hostage, for Christ's sake. Had to be one hell of a tale for you to go and spin the judge's head around.
I'm not gonna yell at a coworker.
I'm sorry to spring this on you. We all want the same thing. A man is about to be put to death, and we need to make sure he deserves it.
Oh, Jonathan Finn deserves it. Of that I am sure.
Oh, that look.
Who exactly was Adam Jones? Did he come up at all during the investigation?
Uh-huh. There was an Adam Jones at the orphanage. But you know what? Sorry fucker was killed in the fire that shut the place down. So the story kind of ends there.
Finn's got impeccable timing. You don't think he's full of it?
How do you think he's a fucker if he was dead when you... Come on. Come on. That's kind of a dick thing to say.
I'm going to be optimistic. Just...
And again, Mom gets to play the...
we all must agree.
No! No! Ah, fine. Hell with it. Y'all want optimistic, we'll go optimistic.
I think there's something there. Judge thinks so too. He's granting a temporary release into police custody to help find Adam Jones. Finn tells me Rominsky had a secret room at the orphanage. Called it the playroom. It's where he held his extracurricular activities. Does that sound familiar?
I'd remember something like that. That didn't come out in the report.
I was wondering, Mr. Hillary, so when you analyzed the bodies of the Trapper's victims, did you find anything that might suggest there could be another suspect?
Gosh, that was 5 years ago. I don't think so.
So no reason to suspect anyone but Finn?
I do recall only, submitting a partial analysis of the evidence because Mr. Finn confessed, so it seemed open and shut.
So there was more evidence left to analyze?
Well, yeah, trace signatures.
Do you have access to all that data?
Now just hold on a goddamn second. How can you even entertain the idea of letting this scumbag out of his cell? Finn had motive. He went through hell at Las Palmas. He hated the police. We even found his hair at another crime scene.
The RV park, right? That was the social worker? And, Detective Marnie, would you mind walking me through that night again?
I'll walk you through it in 2 words.
I didn't ask you.
Missed opportunity.
I will punch you.
Could have had Finn in handcuffs right then and there.
Dude, seriously, no.
I didn't ask for a running commentary, Calvary. I think the record is clear. Detective Marnie showed extreme bravery in a difficult situation. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear what happened from you. At least you were actually there.
Sure. Catherine Hope was a social worker at Las Palmas Orphanage. We didn't know Finn had her.
Who would you describe as the bravest person amongst you?
Who'd you vote for?
You.
We got a 10-8 at Hog Haven Trailer Park out by the highway. A break-in in progress.
The Haven RV park.
I was closest to the scene, so I went solo. Should have been a piece of cake, but that night everyone was on pins and needles because the Trapper was raising Cain. And any one of us could have been next.
I kinda agree, LOL.
This is kind of a foregone conclusion, isn't it?
You're gonna try.
I'm gonna try. This would be fun with like 10 people.
Right? Arguments of fun.
Hey, after Freddy's, my jump scare game is
This is 609 on the CFBIP. Open exit on the highway. No perp. Gonna make an entry to the trailer.
609 acknowledged. Caution advised.
Search for the clues shown at the top of the screen. When you spot them, use your pointer to highlight them before the timer runs out. You'll win a takeover for every clue found. These clues could help you in the future, so try to find them all.
Gotta catch 'em all, stupid clues. Okay, where's my pointer?
Oh no. There it is.
There I am. Oh, poop.
Hey!
Bomb making equipment. Hey, Haven
Oh,
found
Haven.
something's gonna kill us. Martian found footprints. Okay, so we bomb making footprints. This really doesn't prove anything.
What, do you have bomb making equipment lying around the house?
Yes. Freak bomb. I mean.
Oh, you're the
Again, it's like a Tuesday. I mean, yeah, that joke's never gonna happen. Don't lean into her. She's the one with the ball gag.
Carl, please. No! Wait, Carl,
Help me! Oh, shh. Okay. Just keep quiet.
If the opportunity arises,
Who did this
hit Calvary.
I was in the bar. I don't know. I woke up here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Totally.
Please, help me. Please. What's happening?
You're about to
Got
die.
70 seconds.
Only the friend you chose as the bravest can make this choice.
Alright, what do we do? What do we do?
Okay, I'm gonna remove the timer. Carefully.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, get me out of there. Ah!
Shut up!
God damn it! No! Oh, God!
There's a kitchen.
Not 15 seconds.
Oh, God.
Do you not have a, like, diaper?
No, she wouldn't. Oh, what? We're just gonna walk away. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm sorry, but now I understand what Calvary said that she needed punched in the jaw, but because that was a cop out. That sincerely was a cop out.
It wasn't the kind of thing I'm eager to repeat.
Finn must have seen you coming. Got out before finishing the job.
Yeah, split so quick he left his gear behind.
I don't want to give her praise after that.
How did Finn get away?
I tried to lock down the perimeter, but Finn was long gone by the time backup arrived.
How did you know he was
So
there?
how did you link Finn to the scene?
I discovered that Mr. Finn had left a hair at the scene. We ran the DNA through our criminal database, and he came up as the match.
He was already in the system.
Finn had been in and out of the station so many times he practically had a door with his name on it. When we got the tip that he'd been spotted at a squat, we just happened to be driving by.
Shit just seems to fall in your lap, Detective.
At least I caught him, dick.
Uh-oh. Mama Bear's got a temper. Watch out.
Hey, you're an asshole. She gets to call you a dick.
I'm sorry, Detective, but your attitude is not helping.
I'm sorry. Last I checked, this was my case. And I got my guy convicted. Who the fuck are you to question my competency?
I'm a district attorney. Are you finished?
The Trapper case shook everyone up. I think we've poured enough salt on all our own wounds for one night.
Sergeant.
I think that about covers it.
She did.
Or anything else we can help you with?
She convinced the jury you're a douche.
If I'm gonna get
Do you have Adam Jones's forensics records on file?
Well, not from his death.
Were there samples taken when he was placed in the orphanage?
Yes, most likely.
Would it be possible to pull those records and run them against evidence found at the Trapper's crime scene?
Are you shitting me? You're wasting the time of this entire division, you understand? I got a better idea. We let that psycho die on the table.
Calvary, stop. We'll have Mr. Hillary look into it. Let you know if we find anything.
Thank you.
As much as I hate Calvary, I dislike the sergeant even more. 'Cause
Hey,
he's
Graves.
A little too...
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that...
Calvary's a dick.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You were really helpful.
Are you free tonight? What are we gonna go on a date?
See you later, Detective Marnie.
Which one of your friends keeps calm when emotions are running high?
No friggin' way I should win that one. I'm like an emotional volcano. 5 seconds after something happens, I'm...
No! That's not a good idea. I was gonna go check on plot development.
Hey guys, we just put an emotional teenage girl in charge of not getting us killed.
See,
that can never backfire.
Next
A
time
rat
we play
trap.
this, we have to pick the opposite person.
Target number 1, Rupert Walsh, local undertaker, drunk, no apparent connection to Las Palmas orphanage. After the murder, the trapper rigged a shotgun to the motel door and the first responding officer was killed. Second target, Frederick LeMay, orderly at Las Palmas, drug charges, assaults, but no convictions. Trapper left his body in a pitch-black room and filled the light fixture with C4. First responding officer flipped the switch and sayonara. Third target, Father Rominsky. The trapper had sewn explosives inside his body wired to blow if he moved a muscle. Left him sitting in a prayer position and he was forced to confess his sins, namely the abuse he and his cronies conducted at the orphanage. The first responder was... it was Sergeant Teller. A theory.
Okay, 1 second. So, I get that he trapped him. I get that he strapped the bomb to him. I get that he booby-trapped the door. But let me tell you something. He put that camera not 5 feet from that guy's body after he strapped him with explosives. Enough explosives to blow a door off its hinges into the cops. That camera did not survive.
Yeah. No.
There was no way they pulled any evidence off that camera. I'm sorry. Unless it broadcast to the internet.
Yeah,
at
maybe it
some
broadcasted. That's a possibility.
While the first target had no apparent connection to Las Palmas, all the responding officers were from the 3rd Precinct, including Detective Marnie. Were the initial victims just a smokescreen, and the real targets the 3rd Precinct police? Why would he target them? Contacts.
Who would you like to call?
We're not calling Riggs.
Call Becky.
We're not calling Riggs.
Becky Marnie.
Calling Becky Marnie.
Hi, Detective Marnie. This is Felicity Graves.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry for calling so late, but I've just been going over the case files and... Do you mind if I run a theory by you?
Sure. Hit me.
I'm not going all in telling her everything I know.
I found some file photos of rat traps at the crime scenes.
Yeah. That was the trapper's sick little calling card. We kept that detail out of the press.
Do you think it's possible that the real targets in each of the trapper killings were actually the first responding officers?
I suppose it's possible.
He booby-trapped every single time a cop is going to come in the door, and they don't think it's the cops that he's after? What serial killer does that? What serial killer kills somebody, but then rigs it so the cops come and kill him, come get hurt? I mean, they don't kill for... Anyway.
Well, I'm not trying to accuse the cops of anything, and I know you were one of the responders, too. So that's kind of why I was wondering if there might be something there, some grudge. You knew the other cops, right? Do you know if there's any reason to think that Finn might have targeted them?
Honestly, I could think of a million reasons. I was in the 3rd Precinct, sure, but I got out of there as soon as I could.
How do you mean?
Place was a hellhole, at least back then. Drugs, bribes, you name it. Those were not good guys.
Still?
A lot of it cleaned up pretty soon after the trapper killings.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you. You've been very helpful, Detective Marnie.
No problem. And call me Becky.
Thank you, Becky.
Make out. Oh, I'm sorry. This is why they don't let me have nice things.
Family-friendly channel.
I've said fucking this 3 times.
This is 125 at the 1016. Make an entry.
125 acknowledged. Caution advised.
Okay, is this present day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Breaking in progress.
Good old Beanie.
This is the police. Anyone here?
Let me point something out. He did not check his corners. He is going to get shot.
Yeah, he's not looking very well.
And I'm the kind of suspicious sumbitch that after they blew up a bunch of cops, I'm gonna be on edge anywhere I go.
Light.
Of course the light.
Oh, dear God.
Of course we walk into the room
Sir.
without checking the corners.
Can you hear me?
No, he can't. He's dead. And we're then again, now we're dead.
But nonetheless.
Nonetheless. I saw it coming a mile away. Everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
We got a problem.
What?
Victim's a cop.
What? What happened?
I'm still trying to put that together. Call came in and there was a body. Responder showed up, body was rigged. Trap was down.
No, wait a minute. Didn't they get called to a break and enter, not to a body?
Yeah, it was a break and enter.
So, this dude's like, oh, we came into a body. Yeah, they got called to a B&E.
Yeah, break it in.
This guy says they got called because of a body? Bullshit.
Lies.
You get to be tiebreaker again.
You're always tiebreaker. I know.
Y'all both got 2 takeovers. I've got.
Police? Who? How?
Then again, you keep.
It's cavalry.
What? No, that doesn't That's ridiculous.
They're still sorting through the mess. Becky.
Oh my God.
Toya.
On something.
Who has not been given us. Oh, he's dead.
Excuse me, would you please stay clear of my working area? Thank you. From what we can piece together, it seems like Calvary brought a prostitute.
God.
Wait,
back here where,
wait.
you know.
Whoa.
Track her down?
Okay, so looking at our logbook, we very much missed something.
We seem to have to check it often. I have been checking it.
We have been checking. It just got updated. Okay, so the cop that got hurt was Montesinos.
And Calvary got murdered.
That was Calvary. That was the dude that we disliked. He got blowed up.
I mean, I don't feel that bad.
But he was dead when the guy got there.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So it
That
looks
guy,
like
he was dead.
he
Yeah, murdered
was-
while in the company of an unidentified prostitute. Murder filled the MO of the trapper serial killer.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, we got a cop. And again, I don't care because he was a douche. And I'm just sad that I didn't get to punch him in the mouth at some point in this game.
Sadly.
Okay, we're going to go back and start this up again. So, yeah, our main suspect of being a douche is pretty much dead. And, of course, Trapper's still on the run.
I mean, he has 3 hours, so.
I got a partial description. 20s, brunette.
Great.
Calvary put a whole clip in that wall and didn't hit one thing. Only blood here's his. And Officer Montesinos.
The responder?
Calvary's body was rigged. Traps.
Fuck.
Okay.
We need one more.
CSI.
That's a whole clip. If someone cut his throat from behind, then why would he fire this way? And if they did it from the front, Why would he miss?
Yeah, a trained officer missed at point frickin' blank range.
Yeah.
An entire clip? No, I don't buy
Oh
it.
God. It's really him.
Or a copycat. There's a hidden camera in the frame.
Yeah, that one that just found it.
Anything?
Nothing useful.
Becky, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you this.
Wait, did she just
Where were
say
you
nothing
last night?
useful?
Yep.
She just said nothing useful when a hidden
I was home.
camera dropped out.
Yeah? So?
Shit.
What?
You need to be very, very careful how you handle this.
Why?
You gotta make sure you account for all your whereabouts. Everyone knows how you and Calvary felt about each other.
Tom.
You have to be careful.
This is insane. I'm not
This
gonna
isn't
lie.
happening.
This is my
I wish it wasn't.
I hated that fucker, but I would never do something like this.
I believe you.
You shouldn't have to believe me.
You literally just hid evidence.
Yeah.
And you've been accused of hiding evidence before. Oh! Well, there goes another cop.
There goes Hillary.
Oh my God.
That's the end of part 1. Check the logbook, fix yourself a drink, and hit the box when you're ready to move on.
Okay, Simon Hillary was almost killed
Yeah, because the thing blew up in his face. Now, the question is...
by a trap in Calvary's body.
Yeah. So, Calvary was killed.
Mm-hmm.
From behind. I think that's what they said. His neck was slashed.
You guys, look at Adam Jones. Look at the picture they have provided.
Yeah, it's a child's picture, right?
No, doesn't it look like a little girl?
No. But
No,
it's a
that's
very
a-
small picture, so I can't tell.
That's a
Here.
boy.
Here's a little bigger picture.
That's a boy face. That's a guy.
I mean, I can understand why looking at the thing here on the small screen would. We have a prostitute that nobody knows about. Who's this Catherine Hope? Oh, that was the.
Felicia is going to be the main suspect since she's the one that went off at Calvary.
Felicia's the DA.
Yeah.
I
So-
doubt the DA. The DA is going to have a good, solid alibi.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's going to be most suspected by the cops. Jonathan's still in.
So, okay, I'm gonna keep that to myself until later. All right. So, how long have we been playing here?
Oh, not long. It's 7:50, so
About an hour. Right.
Do you want to go a little bit more?
No, it's been about an hour. We're at a good stopping point because we're at the end of chapter 1. So we are going to end it there. Let's see. Sunday night we'll be back for more. And
Perfect timing.
perfect timing. My battery's about to die. Thanks for joining us, guys, and come back because this is really actually kind of interesting. I'm kind of engrossed in the story already.
Haha! Told you it was a good game.
It is PS4 and it is pretty cheap. I think we picked it up for $20 brand new. So, and it just came out, so it's not a bad option for a game so far. So,
And you can play it alone or with friends.
and there's a competitive mode which we will have to try at some point.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we'll see you later and have fun with all of that.
Bye. Yes, safe.